بذكر الله ترتاح القلوب وتنزاح المتاعب والكروب.
Assalamu alaikum. On one occasion, Umar ibn al-Khaṭṭāb, radiyallahu anhu, the second Khalifa of Islam, a great man, was sitting with his companions in a house, and he, as part of their talking and a part of their reminiscing, he said to them, "Make a wish." They said, "Sorry, what? We don't understand. What do you mean, make a wish?" He said, just make a wish. What would you wish for? Tamannaw. If you had a wish that you could, wish, make a wish. They said, "We don't know really. We don't know what your question is. We're not sure." He said, "Just make a wish." It's a simple question. Simple question. What would you wish for? If you had the ability to wish for anything, what would you wish for? And it's a question that you could ask yourself as well. If you had a wish, what would you wish for? So some people, obviously, this is the Sahaba, they're thinking Islam, they're thinking, the word of Allah, they're thinking how they, some people said this house was full, had it full of gold, we'd use that gold to spend in the path of Allah. They said, wish this house was full of pearls and gems, we would again, use this money for the sake of Allah and so on. So they were thinking monetary terms. But Umar said, you know what I wish for? They said, what is it? He said, I wish that I had a house full of great people, great men, the likes of Abu Ubaidah, Amir ibn al-Jarrah, the likes of Mu'adh ibn Jabal, the likes of Salim, Mawla Abi Hudhayfa. He mentioned some of these names. And what would I do with them? I would use them to go throughout the land to spread the word of Allah. And this simple narration and this simple wish as transported to us as it has reached us from Umar radiyallahu anhu shows a very important reality, and that is the reality of the importance of people, investing in people. You could have money, you could have wealth, you could have property, you could have masajid, you could have beautiful masajid, beautifully built, nice carpets. But if you don't have people, quality people, not just people who, in terms of their physical ability, but more importantly, people with intellectual knowledge, people with knowledge, with ilm, with rationality, people with compassion, people with enthusiasm, people who have a willpower, that is what really will change the world. And I wrote an article, inshallah you can find online, about the importance of leaving a legacy in Islam. And the legacy that a person should think about is, how do I invest in people? See, the Prophet ﷺ, he didn't invest in building a masjid. Yes, he built the masjid, but the masjid was simple. It was basic. It didn't have a minaret. It didn't have a dome. It didn't have any carpets. It lacked a roof. It was, when it was raining, it was seeing. Even didn't have any doors. Imagine a masjid like that is a very basic building, because it's not how big or vast or engraved the building is, but it's really what the people inside the building. And with this basic, simple building, the Prophet ﷺ managed to conquer the hearts and minds of the people of Arabia and allowed Islam to spread throughout the world, because he invested in people. He invested in building a generation, and that was passed on by this wish of Umar radiyallahu anhu. So what are you investing in terms of your people around you, your family, your relatives, your friends, your neighbors, yourself to start off with? And secondly, if you don't have the ability to invest, then why don't you give some money to people who are working in investing in others, especially the youth, the next generation. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.